Thank goodness. I couldn't wait anymore. We're going to start the show.
We know what's coming up and we're excited to get there.
Yeah.
That is a problem. But hi there, my friends. It's Science in the Van coming live from a shed in 275, the beautiful South Auckland, where it is a little bit wet play, rainy today. But that's great. Let's hope we're filling up those reservoirs and things like that. So I'm Alan. This is Emily. And we normally go into schools and do science shows. Obviously, that's been a little bit tricky. So at the beginning of a level 4 lockdown, we started to do live videos every day. But then in level 3, we went to once a week. And we've carried that going on. And they're slowly evolving into different things as the needs of what's out there changes. So we've got a lot coming up today. We're going to be looking at structures and how structures are affected by mass and force, and how the shape of your structures helps with that as well. We've got a Lego update, and of course we've got Joke of the day. But we've got so much to do. We need to get into it, but there's a few things I just want to introduce first, because we're going to be using the word mass. M-A-S-S. Mass is how much stuff something is made up of. So
while you're down, mate, don't forget we're doing shout outs later. So if you've asked for a shout out, we'll get to you.
Cool, excellent. Talking about shout outs, I've got a shout out to my old mate Steve here. This is Steve here.
Hello, Steve.
There we go. He's not been out of his box for a little while and stuff like that. But don't worry, we use Steve in our show called Move It, which is all about forces, and we make him fly across your school hall. But we do look after Steve. We do keep Steve in his natural habitat. There we go. So this word,
a baking dish.
That is a baking dish. This word mass, M-A-S-S, how much stuff there is. So Steve is made up of rubber. That is his mass.
Yep.
Volume is how much room he takes up. So your mass is your bones and your squidgy stuff. Your volume is how much room you take up.
Nice.
And weight, Emily, weight is actually a measurement of pressure created by the effect of gravity on Steve's mass.
Oh, like when we stand on the scales.
Yep, so gravity is pulling our mass down. We push against the scales. That creates pressure, and that pressure we translate into weight. So mass, how much stuff there is.
Yep.
Volume, how much room it takes up.
Yep.
And weight is the effect of gravity on the mass. So Emily, a few questions. If I take Steve like this and roll him up, do you think his mass has changed?
No, he's still made out of the same amount of rubber.
So it's the same amount of rubber. Has the volume changed?
Totally has.
Totally.
He was like this, and now he's like this.
Yeah, so he's taking up less room, so the volume has changed, but the mass has stayed the same.
Now he's a chicken roll.
Hey, he's a chicken roll. Emily, would the weight be the same?
Well, for the weight to change, you'd have to change mass and gravity.
Yep, and we haven't.
And we haven't.
No.
The mass is the same. Gravity is always the same. It's the one constant in our lives. Yeah, I reckon the weight would be the same.
So I'll tell you what, let's get Steve back to his original volume, because the mass has stayed the same, gravity has stayed the same. So the only variable that has changed, remember, variables are things you can change. The only variable has changed, like Emily said, is a volume. So let's get him back to his original volume. And when we've done that, Emily will introduce the next exciting experiment. Here we go.
He doesn't like that.
There we go. He's back to his feet. We can put him there, and he can have a little sit down somewhere warm later on.
So we're talking about mass, weight, and volume. All right. And today we're talking about structures, and all these things are all interlocked. Well, actually, structures are a bit interlocked. So structures happen. I know that was good, right? Structures are things when materials come together, they form structures, right? And we think of structures all the time, like this table is a structure. You're sitting on a stool, that's a structure.
the classroom that people could be in because they're back at school and they're awesome, or the people that have stayed home are watching this and they're in their houses or their sheds, they're all structures?
Like we think of buildings as structures, but like small things are structures too. Like structures are everywhere. And we often think about structures as man-made stuff like buildings and sheds.
Bridges and that.
Bridges, oh my gosh. We could do a whole show about bridges. Anyway, I digress.
But you need to get over it.
Oh, that was good.
That's good. We should have saved that for the end.
Oh, there we go. Okay, stop thinking about puns and stuff. Focus on the show. Okay, so there's also natural structures. So we have a natural structure here.
Ooh.
It's an egg.
An egg?
An egg. And today we're going to be using some eggs to do a little experiment to test how strong eggs actually are.
Wow.
Because today, Alan, we're going to be using eggs for legs.
Eggs for legs?
That was a little joke from my friend Alexandra. She loves it. She's English and she loves my accent. And when I say eggs for legs, it makes her very happy. So
what we're going to do,
we're going to use eggs for legs and we're going to say they're heaps, obviously.
So we're going to make the eggs legs.
We're going to make the eggs legs by putting them in these nice little sort of egg cups, but not really. We're going to put the eggs in the cups. So, yeah, thanks, man. That's actually very helpful. It
has been known.
It has been known. So these are going to be our legs because they are eggs. Okay, I'm going to try and stop saying that. And we're going to put them sort of like in a triangular shape on this tray.
Place your money. There.
I know.
It was a bit of a...
Where is it? Okay, so these are going to act as supports for like a table. Okay.
So we got like a table.
We totally did because you organised this earlier because you're very organised. Here we've just got a piece of wood, okay? So this is really going to help us. I'll talk about it in a minute. But before we do, maybe make some predictions in your classroom or as a family. How strong do you think eggs actually are? Like how much weight do you reckon an egg can take? So maybe start thinking about that because that's exactly what we're going to test today. So we're going to put a board on. Alan, please tell me if you think I haven't got it in the right place because it does make me a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
What do you think? It's totally crooked because I looked at it from the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's touching at all points. We ain't
got
a wobble. That's good.
Okay, not good to have.
You're going to want it touching all three eggs at the same time.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm a bit nervous.
So this is now we've got our eggs for legs.
We've got our eggs for legs.
Our tabletop here. So we're going to put mass on here now and see how much mass it takes.
We totally are going to put mass on there to see how much weight, how much pressure the egg can take. So let's start small, eh?
All right.
Here I've got a can of tomato paste.
Yeah.
Probably about 180 by the time you count the can.
207.
Alan is so organised. This can is 207 grams. Thank you, Alan. So we're going to put that on top, make predictions if it's going to break the eggs or not.
Wow.
Totally not. Let's make something a bit bigger.
Oh, you're getting a bit big there. Yep.
This is 477 grams.
Excellent.
Alan weighed it earlier. We're going to put that on.
Ooh.
But it feels normal. Let's try another one of those. Same size. Chickpeas. Very versatile. Put those on.
So hang on.
Feels like it hasn't made any.
So you're just putting these on top, but we've got to remember that there's actually eggs as legs on this.
Eggs for legs.
And you've got up to, this is just over a kg of weight.
Yeah.
So this is like 1 kg plus of weight on here, and I would say nothing is happening.
So it just so happens from our movement show we have some dog food. We don't actually have a dog. It's a long story. But these weigh about 1.2 kgs.
Yeah, about there with the tin.
So if you help me take those off.
So I'm taking these off, and we're just substituting rather than having a big pile of these.
Because I feel like we can get more on and we need a bit more room. So I'm just going to place that there. Yeah. So the piece of wood is helping us because it actually spreads the force, which is really, really important. And actually, when you think about bridges, it's all about spreading the force. But like I said, that's a whole other show.
Shall I put this one here?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, okay. Put it on. Oh my gosh. That is like...
You want to take that one?
Yeah, I think I do. You can keep making predictions about when it's going to break.
So when I add this, this is going to be over 2 kg of weight. and we can get another one of the tins.
Because 2 of those chickpeas and the tomato puree equals 1 of the dog foods.
Right. Look at that. There's nothing going on here, and this is awesome.
Do you want to grab those 2?
Shall I grab? Yeah. You're
and
right
we're gonna. That? I think so. We're gonna replace those 3. This should work because it was on before. Should I put?
Yeah. So this is just getting us back to the place before we added these. Shall I tell you what, we've got a bit of a space here.
Are you gonna add that chickpea?
I think I am.
Okay. Do it.
I'm just I just have like
add the one that's smaller.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope you're making predictions about when this is gonna smash. Because that's what we do as scientists. We make predictions, try it out and see what happens. That's a whole nother dog food can, right?
So shall I take these off?
Yep.
And then we can. So these here, these 3 cans here, are the same weight as one of these.
I don't want it to swivel. The real nervousness I had is the eggs like slipping as well, but they seem to be okay. So that's like 1, 2, 3 kgs. That's nearly 4 kgs. Like. We're not mass in a van, but it's a lot of weight. They're about 1.2 kgs each.
Shall I put this on?
Yeah, okay, we can do that.
So we need you to start talking in your classrooms or with your friends at home. We want you to think of how much weight these eggs can take. We're coming up to 4 kg. Prediction: yes or no? Are we going to make 5 kgs? Are we going to make 5 kgs? Whoa, you're just going for it.
I'm just going for it.
So that is 5 kgs. Now, again, we don't want to fill this up with weight, and we ain't got enough cans to do that. But what we do have is a 5 kg weight.
Oh, are you going for the... Okay,
yeah, we're at that point.
This
is 5 kgs. Okay. So we need to get all this off, and we're going to put on a 5 kg weight. Now, if you notice...
5 kgs.
Did that feel heavy as you picked it up all at once?
It just shows how I haven't been exercising. This is really heavy.
So we gradually added the weight, and now we're going to take this off because we got up to 5 kg. So put on that.
Are you sure about this? Well, it's the same weight, but it just feels different.
So
it is all in one place, but I'm scared of making it swivel. That went. So that is. I don't know what happened there. There must have been a bit of.
So that broke at 5 kg. Now we're a bit surprised about that, but that is awesome. So we broke at 5 kg. I tell you what I'm going to do.
That's so gross.
Is I'm going to flip this out.
Yes.
And shall we put another egg in place?
I reckon we should do it. I'm scared I pushed on the board or something.
So we're gonna keep going because that was good. So we got up to 5 kg, and we're enjoying ourselves.
I wonder if any of the eggs are
structurally
damaged. I love this experiment so much. Eggs.
Where did I put the eggs?
We just put the eggs.
I'll put the eggs down here. Did
you put the eggs?
I'll put the eggs.
Where are the eggs? Oh, they're hiding down there. So we're gonna replace.
So we got up to now. These eggs are slightly different shape, but let's see what happens. So we got up to 5 kg there. Yeah. Put that on. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you to put it on. I'm a bit nervous. I think, maybe at the back's better. I'll hold the thing. I think it might have swiveled a bit too. Don't hold it. I'm nervous. Yeah, it does hold 5 kg.
We're at 5 kg. We're at 5
a little bit naughty because we swapped the egg, but
we swapped the egg over, but we're at 5 kg. So we're still doing the same thing. This is still holding 5 kgs. So let's add one of these. Have you got a tomato puree handy?
I have.
So add the tomato puree.
Yeah, I think so. It's a 5 kg weight. Yeah. This is crazy. That's another about 1.2 kgs right there.
That's another tin of dog food on.
That's like 6.2 kgs.
Yeah. So do you want to get another?
Are you ready?
Do you want to get a tin of dog food?
Yes, I think I do.
Put it back there.
Oh my goodness! This is so cray-cray.
Now and then the weight the weight is spread across the 3 eggs, so they're all taking about a third of the egg. However, when you get closest to the eggs, they do kind of start to transfer the weight.
Yeah, so, I think I put that too much to the front. And it was all on one egg.
Yeah. So we're at what we're at 6.2 kg at the moment. 6.2. Do you want to do it?
I don't want to do it actually. It's gonna go, right? I'm predicting it's gonna go soon. What are you handing me these?
Because it's your experiment.
Experiment.
You're the one that wanted to do this.
I did want to do it.
You was very excited about this.
I was excited. I love it that you joke.
She's done this so many times. You could say she's an expert.
But not for that's very good. Not for many, many years, I have to say. And it always makes me feel nervous.
So we're now at another 10 of dog food. So this is 6.4.
No, it's 7.4. 5, 6.
7.4, yeah.
This is.
There we go. We are massing the bank.
We're putting on another dog food.
We're putting on another dog food then. Nice and on top there, I reckon.
On top.
On top, yeah. Why not? The higher it is, the further it's got to fall.
We better watch out with that rolling on top, by the way.
I've got steel caps on.
I have not. I've got slippers on.
So,
just in case you've just tuned in, this is like 5, 6, 7, about 7.4 kgs. And this is a table with eggs for legs. And we're seeing how strong eggs are as structures.
What's it got for legs then?
It's got eggs for legs.
Yeah.
It might be my catchphrase. I can't even talk right now.
Do you want to try it?
It's got to go, right? I don't like it anymore. Oh, this is crazy now.
So that is another tin of dog food. That is another tin of dog food. So let's take these two off.
I don't have any more dog food over here.
What I'm going to do is I'm just going to adjust. We know it could take this,
but sometimes with fiddling around with it does go a bit funny.
And I think the eggs are slowly getting warm. All this movement and adjustment is making them change.
I'm glad we swapped over that egg. Shall we do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that'll fit there?
Do you think we're going to get up? Now, if we get this can and this can on, we have hit another 5 kg mark. So we are getting close to 10 kg. These will make this 10 kg.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 kgs. Well, we're nearly 5. Sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
It is 5.
Yeah. So this is going to make up 10.
Sorry, I'm not good at maths.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Just do it, man. You're killing me.
This is probably not the best health and safety, but hey.
Oh my gosh, this is nearly our whole show over. This is taking much longer than we thought.
Yeah.
You can't even see the top. Okay, this is getting crazy now.
So we're going to put another. We're going to take all this off because all what I'm taking off adds up to 5 kg.
Yeah, so
and Em's going to put another 5 kg weight on there.
Oh my gosh, another. Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
It's so heavy. Sorry. Oh. I'm going to have to stand up for this one, I think. Yeah. Another 5 kg weight. Yeah. Last time I did this, it all went wrong, so be prepared. And it's more on the front where there's just one egg.
Yeah. So.
Oh, okay. That's
10
kgs. With 3 eggs for legs. Yeah. Oh, come on. This has got to end soon.
So this is 10 kg. We're going to add this. Take that. So that's another tin of dog food.
Oh, this is.
Hey, there we go.
Oh, on the floor.
Excellent. So.
Excellent. So how much have you got in your hand? Like, how much did you put on?
So we got up to about 10.
Oh my gosh.
I kind of forgot in the excitement. When we got up to about 10 or so kg.
I'm so confused. Eggs for legs.
So there we go. We learned a lot doing that as well. We also kind of spoke about replacement and how the force was spread. And that, so I'm just going to put that down there.
Amazing. And it took us ages. Thank you for staying with us. I had no idea. Those were good eggs.
Yep, those
were
good
eggs. So we learned about the structure of eggs there, and they're super, super strong. But what I would say is, we had the eggs this way. What would be the difference if we had the eggs the other way? Because shapes are really, really, really important. And as we increase the mass on top of that table on the eggs for legs, that the pressure was increased. Okay, the force is pushing down, and it got spread out. And those egg structures actually held a lot of weight. So, Alan, you are setting up another experiment. I see what you're doing there.
So, my friends, that egg experiment is so much fun. It's a really cool experiment. Another experiment we love is a Mentos and fizz rockets. Fizz drink, so Mentos and fizzy drink. And we want to do that experiment, but we need to get off our camera that's on our computer to use the camera on our phones. To do that on YouTube, we need 1,000 subscribers to use the YouTube app to go live. Once we've got 1,000 subscribers, we will do the Mentos and fizz drink experiment. So please subscribe. We're 940 something at the moment, so it's going to happen soon. Soon as it does, we do that experiment. This experiment I've set up here is to do with structures. We saw how Emily put on the mass, increased the mass, gravity pulled it down, that created pressure, force, and that broke the eggs. And you can think about what shapes are best. Here, I've made out of cocktail sticks and a bit of masking tape, a square. Emily, if you kind of play with that and jiggle that around and see what happens.
Super strong, like there's a lot of movement there.
And do the same there.
Oh, that feels heaps better. I guess it's just less contact points. It's pretty solid.
Here I've been getting creative with spaghetti and some soft sweets.
Cool.
And I made a tetrahedron. If you notice that one, I've used the shapes of the lollies to improve the aesthetics of it. But again, how strong is that one, Em?
It feels, I mean, it's wobbly. It's held together by sweets. But, like, it's not bad, you know.
Now, if you wobble this one, this cube.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is the cube's a little bit more fragile and a little bit more wobbly. It ain't as sturdy as a tetrahedron. This uses 6. That uses 12 sticks. So even more material is more weight, and we ain't got the same amount of strength as we've got here. So there's a lot to consider when we're building our structures. So how they spread the mass, like when we was putting the mass on our eggs, and how those structures are made up. And we also think that it's worth thinking about when we use spaghetti and that, what about this shape that we're making the structures up? If I can have that back, that'd be good. Yep. Cool. Hang on a minute.
Oh, they ran out of marshmallows in it.
So,
I fell over and it fell into my face.
Okay, so here we go, my friends. We've got 3 structures here. Now, I'll just show you this. Emily, these are all made out of a sheet of A4 paper.
Oh, nice.
We've got a triangle, we've got a cylinder, and we've got like a square one.
Nicely done, but all A4 paper,
all
right?
All A4 paper.
So they're the same, but folded differently?
Yep, all the same thicknesses and that. So the paper itself has got all the same properties. I used the same amount of material and the same sort of material for each one. They're just kind of folded into different shapes. Now, if you can find me some more of the tomato sauce cans, we're going to add weight. I'll tell you what, I'm going to start with this one.
Yep.
I'm going to put one of these on.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So I'll tell you what, let's try 2 of those. And 2 of those is getting close to 1 of these. So let's put 1 of those on.
That's surprising.
Yeah, but
like it's only paper.
You can see it's creasing a little bit and things
okay,
like
maybe
that.
I spoke too soon.
So that
Whatever.
one gave in. Let's see if this square is going to be stronger. What do you think? Prediction time. Make a guess, and we use our observations to see what happens. So will it be stronger? Make your predictions.
You can see where that broke there.
So I'll tell you what. Let's start close to. Let's see if it's stronger then. Yep. So let's hold in that.
That's good.
If I put this on and it stays, it is stronger than the triangle. How's that looking in?
I feel like it's under pressure.
You feel
like honestly, that bit there is looking really.
Do you want to put that on?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm okay observing. That's surprising.
That's surprising. So, in theory,
I think this might have a weak point.
Could take those off and put that there.
I'd love for you guys to try this at home, and send us in your pictures and videos
put this
because
on top.
I thought this would be
literally as I let it just slide through my fingers, it gave up. There we go. So we've got one more to try. Do you think? So we've got.
Well, I'd like to make a prediction.
Yep.
I predict that this is going to be stronger, basing my learnings from the eggs.
So let's go and put this on there. Good prediction, by the way. Let's make some observations. I like the way you're transferring knowledge from one experience to another.
That's me all over.
That's amazing.
I'm always, using my prior knowledge and experience.
So we're going to put this on.
I'm not an empty vessel, Alan. I think you're fine.
Now, Em, that there is the weight of one of these.
Get out.
So,
no.
Is that
a good idea? Like I said, great idea.
Great idea. So,
are you going chickpea it? No.
No. Yeah, one of those.
Put a chickpea on top. Oh, no. Okay.
That's not going anywhere.
That's not going anywhere.
So 2 tomato cans add up to one of these cans.
Go chickpea, I reckon. Oh, no. I've already got 5 minutes. Could be like the eggs. It won't take forever. Oh, this is crazy now. That cylinder shape is definitely really, really strong. Oh, my goodness.
So, my friends, to tell you what, we're actually going to stop here because we are running out of time, and that is quite amazing.
So, I'm just going to sit here worrying that it's going to fall.
That is about 2.2 kg of weight right there. So, I'll tell you what.
Leave it there. I'm fine
leave it there.
I'm fine with it. As we sit here and be nervous, I have a few shout-outs. My first shout-out today is for Jada and Odette. So if you've been on Facebook lately, you'll see these 2 amazing young scientists from just down the road. Odette has entered a competition. She designed something for the Mangere Bridge to get rid of the microplastics, and her sister Jada has filmed the whole thing and done an amazing job. Head over to Facebook if you want to see that. And I know you guys are watching, maybe on replay, I'm not sure, but we appreciate you, and it's so great to bump into you. Now, Tamai is at home, and he's watching right now. Hi.
Hey, Tamai.
Rui is not doing something very fun today, but he'll be watching it later. And next week, yeah.
Good luck, whatever that is.
Yeah, involves teeth.
Oh, no.
But next week, they're going to do a whole science week and redo all the experiments. So I'm really looking forward to the photos.
Oh, I can't buy.
Big shout out to Moku's school. We were supposed to be there today, but we're sort of not doing schools in term 2, but we are taking bookings for term 3 and 4. Also, Pinehurst School in Mairangi Bay. We were supposed to be with you guys too over the last week, so big ups to you guys. 2 personal shout outs. My friend Kate, it's her birthday today. I just wanted to say happy birthday.
Hey.
And to our neighbour Hay, who bought us over goodies today.
Oh, yeah.
And for John Justin, they bought us goodies yesterday. It's so nice how people are reaching out and looking after each other. Just makes us really, really happy. So, those are my shout outs. If you do want a shout out, We can't read the comments right now because we're too busy trying not to get hurt by structures. But please let us know on Facebook if you want to shout out for next week. That'd be super cool. Oh my gosh, it's nearly 1 o'clock, Alan.
So, my friends, we've seen lots about structures today. We have spoken about how the increase of mass due to gravity pulling it down creates pressure on our structures. We spoke about the shape of our structures, and we're seeing here that the column shape is far superior than a square or shape, because the force gets built up in the corners and it gives way, but the force is being spread out. Talking about spreading the force, we've been talking about spreading the force a lot today. In one of our early shows, we had the Rusty Rick.
We did. Rusty Rick.
And the Nordic Iron Man with his buns of steel. And they had the chair and nails. And that's about spreading force as well.
I forgot about that.
So go back, check that video out. That was...
I don't know what day it was, but day 25. If you want to build your own structures out of paper, Alan's got an amazing video you can follow to make boxes, and that's pretty cool. That's day 25. The Rusty Rick one, I can't remember, but it's on the website, www.sciencefan.co.nz. If you go to YouTube Live, you'll be able to see it.
Yep, we're going to have a bit of a box sort of update. I've been working on a few projects which are basically boxes, but we've also got a Lego update here.
Nice and quick.
We've been going quite strong with the Lego. I keep wanting to explain some of the mechanisms on this, but I don't think we're going to have time today. So next week we should get back to that and maybe give the Lego a little bit more time. So maybe next week's show is going to be me explaining some boxes, things that I've made and stuff. We're going to have a little bit of a maker vibe of it, and we're actually going to dedicate some time to this and the mechanisms and the science and the engineering into that. And we'll have one great experiment for you, and that. But Emily, we've come to that point of the day.
I know, and because we're not going to schools at the moment, I have a bit more time, so I bet you got 2.
You got 2 jokes of the day.
Yeah.
So we're overrunning. Thanks to the eggs for legs. Good. So here we go, my friends. Let's start a little drum roll.
Oh, no, not on the table, but joke of the day.
It's time for joke of the day.
They're egg related, obviously. How does an egg leave the building?
How does an egg leave the building? I don't know. How does an egg leave the building, Emily?
Through the exit.
Exit. I get it.
It's really good.
Good egg.
Here's another one. This is for plant-based people. They're going to appreciate this. What day of the week do eggs hate the most?
What day of the week? I don't know. What day of the week do eggs hate the most?
Friday.
Friday.
That's a good one, eh?
Friday.
I like that one.
Excellent. That is awesome.
Hey, see, we didn't announce it, but we're totally doing this every Wednesday for a while. So we'll see you next week. And have you got the marshmallow? Yeah,
I was going to say, do you want a marshmallow?
I do, but I don't. Take it down now, everybody.
Facebook, you're